Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite Mmata in the house with another video. To those of you that have known me from Kudala from way back, you guys know me as Chubby Cheeks, but I now recently changed to Dumelang. I will further explain that during the course of the video. And to those of you that are new, welcome to our channel. This is where we laugh, where we cry, where we learn, and most importantly where we do have fun. So please remember to click that subscribe button and that notification bell. And to Mmata, the OGs, I'm back, and this time I really mean it. I'm back. And I plan to be back consistently, so like jokes aside. And more than anything, I would just like to say thank you so much for sticking by me throughout my inconsistency. To those of you that have been calling me out, listen here, I heard you, I heard your concerns. I'm back, and I pray that God foresees me through this. And more than anything, yeah guys, remember to comment, like, and share. And before I continue, happy new year, happy 2024. I'm so glad you're with us. I'm so glad that God allowed you to do life with me. You know what I'm saying? It's such a miracle. I don't take it for granted, considering the year 2023 has been, right? I believe a God, that the God I serve does not make mistakes, right? And through it all, I try to still believe that, you know what, God, you trusted me for this, and will still keep going forward, right? So yeah, oh my goodness, before I get to the context of the video, why did I change from Chubby Cheeks to Dumelang? Be that on my YouTube channel, which is this channel, and be that on Instagram. More than anything, I feel like I'm starting to act like my future self, which comes also to one of the resolutions that I've made, that I'm gonna start acting like my future self. I am meeting her, I am gravitating towards her, and that is being it a brand, being it a personality, being it anything. Yes, I'm still enjoying the era I'm in, but I'm manifesting. You know what I'm saying? So Chubby Cheeks, I'm like, do I want to be known as Chubby Cheeks? Let's say I go to places that I want to be in. I didn't see Chubby Cheeks fit for that character, fit for that brand, fit for whatever it is that I'm planning, right? You guys will see these things as they evolve gradually on the channel. So I was like, Dumelang just does it. It is me. It's always been me. So I just have to act that part. Chubby Cheeks was that little girl. That little girl still is within me, but she's limited to evolving. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I also want to talk about. That we often find ourselves when doing resolutions, find ourselves in doing short-term goals, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. There are short-term goals and long-term goals, but I really want to encourage and urge you guys to think about long-term goals. What are your long-term goals? Do they align with who you want to be? Do they align with the type of life you would want to live, whether it's financially, spiritually, physically, in all aspects of life? Is she incorporated? So I know some people have done vision boards, some people have not done vision boards, and some people are in the process of doing them. Let's just incorporate that. Where do you want to be at, and how? And is that person short-term or long-term, right? And beyond everything else, I have been getting people that have been asking me as to like how school and everything like that. School has been hectic, but funny enough, I've been doing quite good, right? And I'm going to be tapping into that. Now I'm tapping into the second concept of this video, which is content in of this year. And I'm saying this year because I haven't really tapped into future me like that in terms of content. But yeah, so what I am going to tap into, or what I'm rather going to try to tap into, is lifestyle in terms of school, student life, religious life, spiritual, like Christian life and stuff like that. I have not really been, how do I say this, at my peak in terms of my spiritual life or spiritual aspects of life, but I trust and believe that God will, help me through that, and we can work through that. I mean, I am also trying to take measures into consideration as to, okay, you say you want this, how are you going to take this? So that is all going to fall into place. So I'm going to try and put myself out there. And with that said, as much as my excuse, oh my goodness, my excuse used to be, oh my goodness, I'm not posting on YouTube because school is hectic or life is hectic. I'm gonna try and minimalize that. Like, I'm trying to live, which taps into number 3, right? One of my resolutions that I want to share with you guys, excuses. Like, if anything, I've noticed how excuses derail you. If they don't derail you, they delay you. They either put you off track, or you get delayed so much that there's so much to catch up on. I don't want to live a life where I'm continuously catching up on things. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in the moment. Yes, sometimes taking content does tend to make one feel like, oh my goodness, I'm not in the moment and things like that. But I'm at a space, I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm taking accountability. If I'm going to say I'm going to achieve this, I'm going to take steps into achieving that. That life where excuses used to be a thing, I'm 100% against that. I'm 100 against that, to a point where I want to exhaust my resources in such a way that, oh my goodness, I've tried everything and this is where I have landed. You know what I'm saying? And then last but not least, one of the things is a resolution. I want our channel to grow. And by this, it's not about a milestone for me only, but a milestone for others, where they've come across a point where there is someone to resonate with, someone to, like, we see life in the same perspective, or we grow each other. I don't know how to say it in for lack of better words, to grow each other, where we have common interests and see our way forward. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna have sit downs, I'm gonna have vlogs, and hopefully, I'm hoping, I'm still working around that way I get to cook and talk, right? I'm still trying to get the necessary equipment for that, but that is my ultimate goal, right? And more than anything, I want us to understand throughout the course of this year that you wanting something or desiring something is good, but if you don't work towards it consistently, it's as good as a dream and not a reality. And as I'm saying this, I'm also telling myself, Gucci girl, you need to either sit down, put in the work, or stand up and get the work in, whether that be academics, whether that be finances, whether that be spiritual, like any aspect of our life, right? And then in terms of I have one question that I'm usually asked a lot in my DMs, which is something that I quickly also want to address here, is how do I balance all my outings? If you follow my Instagram, you will see I have an outings folder. If you don't follow me, it's period. Please go follow. Right? It's that. So what I tend to do is I schedule them, so I don't randomly just go out. If I do happen to do that, then I don't have a hectic schedule, but I schedule them out. And what I noticed throughout the course of 2023 is the more I went out, the more, like, the more optimal I perform academically. So when I exhaust myself academically and don't give myself the space or platform to refresh, whether it's going out, spending time with loved ones, academically I'm gonna sink. So what I am saying is, for some of you, it's optimal to be head-on academics, but I do not qualify for that. I am that girl that has to have a balance of both worlds, for both worlds to give in. So my social life pours into my academic and vice versa, because when I do good at school, after, the social life, I'm encouraged to do more of that, right? And in terms of budgeting, I don't do like expensive stuff. I really don't. I try to, have a good time, not a long time, and make the best out of it, because there really isn't time to waste. But I make the best of what I have, right? And then the other question I would get in terms of school was, how do I balance? And it goes back to that. Monday to Friday, I work like a slave, literally. I make sure that when I go out on weekends, I suffer throughout the course of the week. So I'm having me time now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the mentality that I have. Could be something that doesn't work for you, but it's something that works for me. And maybe you should look into it as to what type of person am I, right? And in terms of finances for that, I did say I don't spend much, but let me just give you a brief idea of how I work things out, right? So my things are split into, is it 3 or 4? No, I can't remember. Okay, it's so I get the allowance, right? The first thing I do is invest, or put it in my savings account, which is like these. I personally do savings through a bank, because you get interest and stuff like that. So I do. There are different ones. There's 24-hour. There's a month. There is I do that, the savings. And then number 2, I allocate money for needs. That be groceries, toiletries, whatever that I need for that month, I make sure I get it, right? And then number 3, which is wants, whether that be sneakers, clothes, outings, and stuff like that. So what I do happen is sometimes I deposit. I think my deposit into my savings is not fixed, right? So what I mean by this is, from January is the most money that I put in, and then December the least money I put in. So as the months go down, I decrease the amount that I put in, right? So let's say January I put in, let's say 600. By December, I'm putting in 50 Rand, for example. So each month I decrease it, but knowing very well that by December, my target should be, let's say, 2,000. There should be 2,000 in the bag. So that's how I work my finances out. So if you do want to try it. So there is no percentage. I remember there was this percentage that 50, 30, 20. I don't do that. I just work. I literally work out my finances that, okay, I'm getting this, so I'm gonna work around like this. So for some people it's 50, 30, 20. You guys can do that. 50 being, I think, your needs, 30 your wants, and 20 being your investing or savings. So you guys can try that. But yes, I'm also going to be having a lot of financial advices, entertainment. Like I'm planning to be invested. I really am. And then beyond everything else, I just want to close off in saying that often we find ourselves, okay, this is me, right? If you feel like you're lost, if you feel like you're behind, if you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm not where I want to be, remember that it's all in God's plan. Genuinely, it's all in God's plan. You are where He wants you to be. Just trust the process. Give, everything you do as a dedication for Him, and you will see how things evolve. That is a story that I still have to share based on what happened in 2023. But what I am saying is, trust in God, be still, and invite him through everything you do. And I promise you, not only will you be amazed, you'll be in awe. Oh my goodness, I know I've asked God for things, and he just went beyond what I asked for. Right? So as this year starts, as you guys are doing vision boards or starting or whatever resolutions you have, please do invite God. God hears, God listens, and if anything, God will do it. Just trust in his timing, and he will do it if it's meant for you. You know what I'm saying? So, because often we find ourselves saying, oh my goodness, God doesn't hear me. But is it really for you? Sometimes God has a way greater stuff for us. So, remain steadfast in your faith. And I promise you, I genuinely promise you, God's happy, sir. God will foresee it. Because I remember I started last year on a very heavy note. Like, I don't want to do 2023. Can we please just skip to 2024? And I left stronger, I left happier, I left content. So please, whatever you do, make sure God is in it. Whatever you do, make sure you ask God for the wisdom to receive it and to keep it and to nurture it. All right? So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I know that it was quite over the place, but I needed just to highlight some of the things that we should consider, look at, grow in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we have reached the end of this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for joining me in this talk. I really appreciate it. Yeah, guys. Till next time. Bye. Oh, before that, sorry. I'm gonna be posting every Thursdays. So yeah, I'm still deciding on a time, but please do feel free to comment down what time you do recommend. I will just see which one is highly demanded, and then yeah, we'll take it off from there. But yeah, we've reached the literal end. So yeah, guys, have a lovely week.